talked about this?
Yeah, we have. I just didn't think I was ever gonna actually need it. I figured that I gotta tell Pete, dude, like this shit happens in threes, dude, with me.
So,
Like it's the patch, or it's Suddenlink itself, or it's the hardware that I'm using. Like it's something. It's always something, dude.
always something, bro.
So it's always Windows' fault,
Didn't think I was
basically.
ever gonna actually need it.
There we go. Fuck, man.
Yes.
Oh my god. Now you got. Oh, dude, YouTube. All right, so now we're live. What's up, everybody? It's Game Talk. I'm your host, Gangster. We're here with RevTech,
Yo, what up, fellas, ladies and gentlemen of the audience? How you doing?
Brimstone,
Hey guys, what's going on?
and Blue.
You already know who I am, so.
Fuck, you bitches already know.
Yeah,
How's everybody doing tonight? What's everybody up to?
You already know my answer.
I know, Destiny 2. It never fucking changes.
He's having a wet dream over it, so it's all
Say
good.
you want a new fucking Star Wars game and you haven't even played it. You just fucking still playing Destiny 2.
I don't have the money. I don't have the money for it. Actually, I do have the money for it.
I was gonna say, this motherfucker who buys fucking $1,000 monitors and shit, you don't have the money. I'm sure, bro. I'm sure.
Put it in the chat. Here it is. There it is. I own it. There it is. I own it.
Where's your camera, Brem?
It's on the phone.
No, I'm not on the phone. Is that what it sounds like though?
It
Yeah,
sounds
it
a
sounds
little
like
worse
it
than
sounds,
normal.
It sounds like your webcam. Yeah, literally.
All right.
It sounds like those really old like porn videos being like put on Pornhub,
Oh, Jesus.
like the audio.
Everything with this man is porn.
Right.
That sounds. Yeah.
You're not
That's why we
wrong.
get along so well. That's why we get along so well. This device is on.
I'm just trying to make it. Oh man, I give up. I'm gonna go put a bomb in my house. Never mind.
Alright.
Don't listen, FBI. I'm not doing that. FBI, don't arrest me.
No, Jesus.
This is
So,
what we-
This
in
video just
honor
got
of
demonetized real quick.
right. Oh, dude, come on. We were never monetized. Get that
I'm just
fuck
kidding.
out of here.
You think Bram was making any money from the game talk?
We're not getting sponsored by Linksys no more after that little rant. We're not getting sponsored now.
Yeah, right.
Fuck no.
Hey,
So
how's
it's-
that?
What's up?
Did it get better?
That's a
Yes,
little better,
now
yeah.
You sound better. You sound like you've upgraded from 1997 to like 2010.
Oh,
Sound
Brimstone,
good.
do me a favor. When you get an opportunity, send me the PO box, and I'll definitely send it to you.
I'll send you my PO box.
Yes, sir.
So, in honor of Left 4 Dead 2's 10th anniversary, I'm going to be playing Left 4 Dead 2.
Well, Valve doesn't make a new game
Of
or
course.
a 10-year anniversary, of course.
If anybody wants to join me, they are welcome to.
When I'm not torturing myself, I mean playing Destiny. I'll
Torturing
join you.
yourself
It is
now.
torture.
I mean, I'm trying to solo flawless the
There's
dungeon, and there's a bug where
Brimstone.
and there's a bug in the transition zone where sometimes it'll just randomly kill you. So basically, I can go through the first encounter flawless. If I die by the transition zone, I'm just at the restart and go from scratch. Okay, I didn't die. It was good. Good guys.
So yeah.
So Brimstone router issues. We gotta hear this. We gotta hear your router. We gotta hear this saga of this. I gotta hear this.
Just buy better internet, forehead.
I got the best internet in my area, dude. What are you talking about? I
Yes,
got
gigabit speeds.
So check this out, right? Like, so the other night, streaming on D-Live perfectly fine. Like everything was fine. I mean, we're doing fucking 10,000 kilobits, 1080p 60, not a problem. My router was rocking it. New update comes up from Windows, and I'm thinking, oh fuck, here we go. Because coincidentally enough, that is when my internet tanked. So I'm thinking, and Lone was thinking.
So wait, Windows doesn't fuck up your PC? What do you mean?
Yeah. So I'm thinking, my internet's fucked again with the internet drivers again.
No.
So I go through this painstaking thing of going through and reinstalling drivers, uninstalling drivers. I reformatted my fucking PC this morning, thinking that would fix it again. Because remember how it fixed it last time, Rev? No, nope, nope. Didn't even touch it.
Did
Bro.
you ever run a speed test? Because sometimes you'll know at a speed test when your router sucks.
I ran the Suddenlink speed test, and I was running the Ookla speed test. Two drastically different results, and I think Suddenlink's was actually spot on. And
what were you getting?
When I first was talking to Pete, I was bouncing between 250 and 100 down, and about 2 up.
That sounds
And then
that sounds like a router screwing you over.
And so I ran all the problem shooting that I could possibly think of. Called Suddenlink, told them about it. They said your modem's perfectly fine. I'm like, fuck. So I troubleshooted the modem anyways, plugging it directly into my PC. Almost got my full speeds right off the bat. So I was like, fuck. This goddamn router, dude. Like, this router's like, it just went over like a year and a half, I think. And it's already dead. You know what I mean? Like, and they were saying that this is actually built for streaming, and that's why I bought it. They're like, this is a streaming router. This is perfect for Twitch streamers. This is perfect for people that use Netflix and shit all at the same time. You will not have any problems with this. And I was like,
I'll break it down to you. Anything Linksys nowadays, because it's Belkin, anything that's made by them that's not WRT, just literally,
I mean,
it doesn't last long at all.
I am so tired of it, bro. Like, and you know what's crazy, dude? So like, I inspected the chipset
Right.
closely, you know, because sometimes there could be like little micro burns. There could be like little tiny things that can fuck it up pretty badly. Not a single speck of dirt, dude. Like, I checked the back of the CPU socket to make sure that none of the solder points were coming undone. Everything was perfect, dude. It was pristine.
Well, it's their software. Their software really screws with the
bro, and they don't update. They don't update to
No.
fix anything, dude. So they fuck everybody, dude. So like, and I'm just now discovering this. And now, mind you, I've had this for about a year and a half. I spent a lot of money on it, and that's
well, and hence why now you know why I did the open WRT with mine.
You might even be able to do it with that one because most of them are WRT compatible.
Well, we did the whole search for his router. What was it, a couple months ago? We found out it wasn't even supported. He would have to
really?
his. Yeah, people.
Nobody is.
Your router.
Yeah, nobody's done it yet, right?
So it's like it's irritating because you really like the router, you really like what it offers, but when you don't have the third party, community supporting it, it's kind of like that router's shit out of luck.
Open source, do you mean?
So, like, for anybody that's out there looking into like Linksys AC series, stay the fuck away from it, bro.
Yep.
I'm actually exhausted. I've been at this all morning long, dude. Like, all fucking morning long.
So what was the solution? Did you plug in something that you had sitting on the side for now?
There is no solution, dude. I'm still at the same speed that I was this morning, bro.
Jesus.
Yep. Yeah, because I was gonna try to stream today. I was gonna try to stream this podcast today because I wanted to see if we could start, implementing some of the things we talked about the other night with Pete. And I was like, yo, that'd be kind of cool to start doing that. And then, so I ran a bunch of test streams this morning on DLive and Mixer, and it just can't handle it, dude. Like, this router cannot handle live streaming, bro. Like, it did when I first bought it, though. That's the fucked up part. So I don't know what to do, bro. Like, I don't know. I'm tired, bro. I'm fucking exhausted.
That's why I'm gonna help you out.
Oh yeah, it's all good, bro. Gangster's got it. I've been doing my prayers to the hardware gods, and they haven't let me down yet.
Hey man, I've had this. Speaking of router, I've had my Linksys WRT router for 2 years now. I'm hoping that doesn't. But I make sure the open source software is always up to date. I won't deal with Linksys software because they take 2 years to come out with a patch. They're just like, oh, here's a patch finally, and you're just like, these motherfuckers. And you know another company's like that is Netgear. Netgear's that way.
Dude, I'll never touch another Netgear piece. Like, never.
Fuck that, all that noise. Netgear.
Never, bro. Netgear is garbage. Like,
MediaTek processor? Yeah, you like that?
Bro, like, all my friends, dude, all my friends swear by it, dude. I'm like, look, if you guys are in the north, if you're in the cold areas, I'm sure Netgear is like God tier for you. But where I live, like, if it even gets to fucking 80 degrees in my house, dude, Netgear just fucking shits itself, bro.
What's up, JC Gaming? And he goes, JC Gaming also asks, Brimstone, how are you?
I'm doing all right, bro. Besides my shitty router situation. Fucking exhausted, bro. I am so tired. I got up, dude. What's funny is that, like, after we got done talking, I went to bed.
Right.
And I ended up getting up at like 10:30, dude. Or 9:30. And I got on with Lone and we talked for a little bit. And that's when I noticed my internet started taking a shit.
Yeah, doing this is not good for my heart.
What was it? I told you 12 o'clock. Everything went off on my like gangster messaged me and I heard this like I jump scared. That's what happened.
I forgot the podcast was today.
So what's the first article gangster we're talking about today? What are you feeling?
I don't care. Just pick one that's on there.
How about that?
Let's talk
How about that
let's talk about
Charlie's
spin.
Angels? How about that
Oh,
Charlie's
yeah, yeah.
Angels stupid commercial that I seen?
Oh man, and both Charlie's Angels and the new Terminator are both doing fucking terrible. I think Terminator is on track to lose like $100 million at the box office, and Charlie's Angels is fucking right with them. So
Charlie's Angels. You could tell it's set to fail when you have Elizabeth Banks, and you have
Wait,
you have two unknown chicks that are not even hot looking. Charlie's
what
Angels
is
is supposed to be
Charlie's
hot
Angels?
chicks. They are a secret force hired by somebody, and they all have they're unique. Each and every one of them is unique, and they're supposed to be sexy chicks that fight crime.
Oh, okay.
yeah, kind of like A-Team or one of those.
Yeah, but not as badass.
No.
Okay.
I hate to switch up on the topic, but bro, did I see that right? Mighty Number 9 delisted from Japanese.
Yeah, not the only
Store.
one. 3 different games, all by Deep Silver or produced or whatever. I can't remember if they're the. I think they're the producers. But yeah, Mighty Number 9 and 2 others were delisted off the Japanese PSN.
That's what he gets for fucking over his fan base.
Oh,
Wait, what was my number 9?
Jesus.
it was a
It's true.
Mega Man. I don't know what you would call it. Reboot, whatever the fuck.
No,
So you're trying to. So he was selling
Mighty
you
Number
nostalgia?
okay, so what this guy was trying to do, all right? Now, when he first started this project out, a lot of us were extremely excited. A lot of us Mega Man fans were. And I'm a huge Mega Man nerd. I love Mega Man. It's like where Landon has his Metroid, like Mega Man is that for me.
Can I say this real quick? JC, I agree with you. I agree with you, buddy, with that one.
And
Kristen Stewart does look like my mom said that too.
Was like
everyone
who?
said that. She looks scary as shit. Like
But,
she should
you
not
know
be in a
what?
Charlie's Angels movie.
But anyways, this guy that created Mighty Number 9, like he's the dad of Mega Man. Like he was the original creator with Capcom. Capcom and them splitted ways. They wouldn't give him back the licensing for Mega Man, so he created something to compete with Mega Man in hopes that he would garner a huge following, and he did on his Kickstarter. Like he made tons of money, and it turned out like his secretary was an SJW, and she ended up like going through people's payment records and shit and harassing them over Twitter because of their political views, and he wouldn't do anything about it.
Wait, payment records? How
Well,
is
yeah,
that even legal? How's she able to look through your own payment records?
Dude, like, because you get a receipt. So when you're
remember this.
when you're running a Kickstarter, like you get you get all the information of the people that are paying you, so that way, in case anything happens, you can refund them their money. This guy remained silent about it and didn't do shit.
Yep.
And she harassed the shit out of people on Twitter. She when she was called out for it, she ended up canceling the releases to the people that paid money and didn't refund them.
Yo, what's up with this whole woke? If I keep hearing woke all day long. Woke.
Bro,
Do you mean woke like cocaine woke?
Are you not like what Rev?
What? You're not
Not
woke?
woke up yet? You're not woke? Your eyes aren't open?
He doesn't want to go broke. What do you mean?
Yeah, I swear I'm gonna make a shirt saying I'm not woke enough yet.
Right.
He's gonna make a shirt called "I'm still not broke, dude."
Sounds right.
Well, Mighty Never 9, it was an okay game. Thank God I got it for free though. Thank God I didn't have to spend any money on it, but I was disappointed for every Mega Man fan that thought it was gonna be a revival.
Yeah.
I think that guy was just trying to sell you nostalgia, and you just bought into it.
Well, when the father of Mega Man, is trying to compete with his old company, I mean, what's not like about that situation? I'm
not saying like it wasn't justified.
That's what Koji did. That's what Koji did with Bloodstained. Like Bloodstained is one of the better selling indies of the year because of him.
And there was Shovel Knight that did well.
Shovel
That's
Knight
gonna
did
be-
extremely well.
That's gonna be up for Game of the Year, Bloodstain. It looks like it's gonna be, just for the art style and the way it runs.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
It's
dude.
a really good
great
game. I'm grateful it came to Xbox Game Pass.
Yep, same.
Mighty
mean, it
Number
took-
9 was a dumpster fire at the very beginning. A lot of people just did not like that game. It did
Bro.
not get the reaction that they were expecting.
Bro, our boy pre-ordered it. He was one of the ones that kickstarted it, and he never received his copy.
Jesus, that's terrible when that happens. Yeah.
Bro, yeah, right? Like he
Yeah.
never received his copy. He had to go out and buy it out of a bargain bin for like $5.
Jesus.
And he was like, and he told me, he was like, dude, it's really not that bad, but it's not as good as what this guy was saying it was going to be. Man, what a disappointment.
Yeah, it's tough.
But yeah, so Mighty Number 9 delisted. Good for them. I'm glad. I'm glad to hear it. Not time for place to address the critics. Yeah, I remember you guys were talking about that earlier. Charlie's Angels, nah. Terminator Dark Fate. I actually want to see that, dude. Like, is that really a bad movie?
It really is.
It is. I mean, it's probably as bad like Genesis and all the other ones were.
No, it's worse, bro. It's worse.
I liked the idea of them hybriding human and mechanical together, though.
Like, I didn't
That
even
was
mind
good.
Genesis. Like, I get why people didn't like it, but I didn't even mind it that much. But yeah, no, Dark Fate, they just went total get woke.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Jude, like, oh, so saw an ad for that phone, by the way, Rev. Looks pretty sexy.
And actually, this week, Microsoft. You want to talk about that real quick? Microsoft hitting home runs this week. Their event. Me and you've been going hard about that.
Oh
week long.
yeah. So the Microsoft event that Rev told me about, like literally, they are becoming a service not just for gamers, but for their competing platforms. Like, that's actually pretty sick. And I saw my Twitter blowing up with the usual fucking Crumbsiders crying about it, the fanboyism, fucking. I'm like, shut the fuck up, you guys. Like, Microsoft is literally giving you their games to play on whatever platform you want to play it on. Be quiet.
I mean, they're just opening their market up.
And
Every-
also,
like how-
everybody wins,
December
though.
3rd,
Everybody wins.
everybody got the victory. Everybody wanted a Halo announcement. They got a Halo announcement. Reach is going to be the first one, and you're getting the Master Chief Collection all in one, and it's going to be crossplay throughout all the platforms, including Xbox. It's a win-win situation. What is there to complain about?
That's what I'm
And
saying.
ultra-wide support right out the box.
Yes! Yes!
They've been developing that for a while. They had that in mind, 4K HDR support. And guess what? They're not using hard graphics cards for that. 774 gig edition for 4K.
Am I reading this article right? Not to change subjects real fast, but am I reading that AMD's upcoming 3950X is actually beating the i9
Yes.
10980
Yes, sir.
XE by 24%?
Yep.
Yep. Yes, sir.
At like fucking half the price or something too.
They were doing a Blender test, and they were also doing rendering tests, and it's smoking the crap out of Intel 9900 KS. Yeah.
Guys, Intel's great. Intel doesn't do anything bad, guys.
Bro, that is
A $700 CPU is literally kicking the shit out of.
Is there an actual price on the 10980 XE yet?
oh, guarantee 2000, bro.
I was thinking, but they were saying they were going to be dropping prices and stuff to obviously
Well,
compete
rumor,
with.
what I was reading is like in the $900 ballpark, 900, 800 ballpark.
Bro, wouldn't that be some shit if Intel tries to undercut AMD?
That'd be hilarious.
Until all of a sudden becomes a cheaper alternative.
Are you sure about that? I believe so. Intel's been talking about cutting their prices even with their newest shit coming out.
You better. Jesus Christ. Like paying like $1,000 for a CPU, I wouldn't even do that. And I bought a monitor that's $1,000.
Well, the only downside with the 3950X is the PCI lanes. That's the only downside with that. It's got less PCI lanes than the other.
Well, yeah, that was it. That was doing with the latency. They had a lot of latency when it came to talking to each other when it came to that die. So they had to reduce the PCI lanes to increase performance. And that, I mean, I don't use that much anyways, so I think I'd be fine.
Well, that's if you need more PCI lanes, Threadripper.
The OG Threadripper, yeah.
or
Like
the
the
new
last
ones.
one?
Yeah, they're all of them. They've got I think it's twice as many PCI lanes as the regular Ryzen stuff does. So like, it's not like you can't get more thread lanes or PCI
Right.
lanes.
I mean, the PCIe lanes are usually used for what? Fucking a lot of, like, if you wanted to use your PCIe slots in your motherboard.
Yeah, or NVMe
Okay.
drives.
Or the NVMe drives. Yeah, I don't use hardly any of those things, so
Yeah.
it's like not that big of a deal to me.
I mean, for a streamer, it's not really all that handy because not a lot of streaming. You don't run 2 video cards. You don't run, even if you did, you still have enough for that. But I mean, you're not
Usually
running.
you run a graphics card, a capture card, internal, and usually that's
Yeah, and it's
about
got
it.
it's got plenty for that.
Yeah, but 16 cores, man, that's amazing. And at $700, that's not bad.
Nope.
Bro, can you imagine 32 cores processing all that film buffer when you go into those sites that you like to go to?
Oh, Jesus.
I know, right? Imagine. Could you imagine, guys? Also, this stream is all sponsored by NordVPN. So now you can actually watch those weird little sites with the CPU without having any problems now.
But
And-
speaking of that Motorola Razr, though,
It looks sexy.
it's a sec, but for $1,400, yeah, you better be one of those guys.
God dang, really?
Yeah.
$1,400 for mid-range specs on a phone, 6.2-inch screen. Yeah, you better be loving that nostalgia feel. That's the only reason I could see people getting it is for the living the old 20 years ago moment.
Yeah,
Well,
but like,
my
who
boy-
actually wants to live that though?
Well, or
I'm
if you
being
want the
serious.
tech to improve, because I could get wanting foldable screens.
Looks
To
like
be a
another
thing.
2 to 3 years with this thing then, because
But
I'm
yeah,
not paying no
it's
$1,400
no,
for a
it's
fucking.
it's not
Well,
there
right
yet.
now, the new iPhone, if you trade in your iPhone right now, you get it for $400. For
Yeah,
the iPhone 11,
I'm thinking about doing that because I really want to get that new phone.
they really got you. They got really good deals going on right now if you trade in your current iPhone for a new iPhone.
Bro,
And you
if I had
get
the
and you
money-
get and you get 3 months of Apple TV Plus included.
Yeah.
Oh, we could talk about the streaming services now.
Yeah.
What,
You can do
Disney?
that if you want.
Disney Plus, the ripoff.
Are you kidding me? I love Disney Plus. It's so
Okay,
good.
all right, Blue. I'm gonna break this down to you. Ready for it? And anybody in the chat, you're paying for old movies you already own on Blu-ray and DVD. There's no advantages, and old shows that don't like pique my interest. Me
And
Brimstone
they're
were going back and forth.
really stretching out the new. Like, have you seen the release schedule for The Mandalorian? The last episode is not going to be out until, what is it, May of next year, something like that.
Yeah, and how many first party shows do they have? You're better off getting other streaming services so they have more
Like
first party to
Netflix,
offer.
Joker. Like The Mandalorian, I've watched it. It's not like it's fine. Like it's a fine show, like the first episode. But it's like compare that to like the things that Netflix has been making recently.
It's not worth six. It's not worth six.
Yeah, but Netflix has just been horrible with all the shows.
Yeah, but Amazon Prime's been great, man.
Amazon's
They've
doing
been-
great, but I'm talking about Netflix right now. Amazon,
Why
they're-
why
Netflix
Netflix?
has some pretty good shows though. Like I watched Destination Survivor and I watched a few of their first party stuff.
most of it sucks because everyone can make a first party. Not like
That's because you don't like it, Blue. It's okay to have the wrong opinion.
okay, so I'm wrong, but
Is
if
that what you tell me all the time? You're wrong, Brim. It's okay. You can have the wrong opinion.
yeah, but it's only okay when I do it. That's the
Well,
problem.
for
bro.
$6.99,
okay.
for $6.99, what they're all asking for, it's not worth it. Like old movies that I can go pull out my Blu-rays for. Like it's
Alright, so
not.
you have every old Disney movie on your Blu-ray, every single one of them.
Yeah.
I got
They
all the
do.
one. I got them all on VHS. All the ones I want.
Same, yeah. If I want to go
Yeah,
live
imagine.
nostalgia, I can go get it for free. And Mandalorian, you can just go online and get it. It's not worth the $6.99.
I mean, they're not wrong. You know what I mean? Like there is. I mean, even Apple TV has got them beat, in my opinion.
Oh
A lot of-
fuck!
like,
That was
is
not
it,
what
the
I wanted to
morning-
do.
What is it called? The morning show with Jennifer Aniston and
Fuck.
Yeah.
the other comedy chick, and it's really, really
Sit,
good.
hold up a second.
He had to
Sorry, I
go
had
take
to
a shit.
scream.
He had to go take a shit, guys. He'll be right back.
No, I just died. At the
Amazon
restart.
Caesar, Amazon Prime is pretty good. The Jack Ryan show, I've been getting into that. I like it.
Amazon's
My
great.
girlfriend loves that one.
Like my mom and me have been sitting and watching that, and it's really freaking good.
The Expanse is fucking fantastic, and season 4 of that's coming out real soon. And then
What's it called? The Man or something like that. The superhero show.
The
they got
Boys.
that's, The Boys.
The
Yeah,
Boys
it's really
is
good.
excellent. And so
Amazon's great.
and so is what's the other one about the fairies and shit? Brem, you liked it. Fairy fucking.
Yeah, Faye. No.
Fairy Tale.
No. It's
Sorry, I
something
thought you were naming a
row.
bad show.
Carnival Row.
Carnival
or
Row.
something.
Carnival
Yeah.
Row is pretty good
Yeah,
too.
that one's pretty good too.
And I
Hell
also
yeah,
watch
bro.
on Netflix a show called The Crown, which a lot of people think it would be boring, but I like the old historian behind it. Like
Bro,
the,
bro, Netflix, we got Trailer Park Boys. That's all you fucking need in life.
right, right.
I'm
That
Yeah.
shit is fucking
I'm sorry,
hilarious,
I expect better
bro.
from Netflix.
Bro,
Sorry,
dude,
I expected better.
Well, speaking of Netflix, Viacom and Netflix are joining together. So all
Yeah.
Nickelodeon stuff is going to Netflix. They're going to be going against Disney Plus. Me and Brimstone were talking about. It's going to be like a 3-team race.
Yeah, Nickelodeon's gonna bring back some of their old shit and their Nick at Night with some of the adult shit that they
What
had
did
in there. They're
Nickelodeon
coming
make
back.
though that was really good? Because I can't remember.
And one thing that really kind of like makes me sad is how AT&T with TNT are starting to take shows off the platform for HBO Max, like Rick and Morty. But I get it. They see the views and they want to put it under a paywall. So I don't understand that. But you know,
Fuck that.
not for me
dude.
to understand.
That's
Shitty
bullshit.
company.
It's a shitty business practice in general.
Well, they're taking
bro.
all Adult Swim. What they're doing is they're taking all Adult Swim and they're gonna put it under HBO Max, and it's stupid. And they're making you pay $10 a month for that. To say you have it.
Yeah, that's not right, dude.
So like I told you last night, it's gonna be a 3-team race or a 4-team race.
Fuck.
Who can get
know.
the bang for your buck for money? Right now, Disney has a stake in Hulu and so forth and so on, and ESPN. So they're giving you a great deal for $12.99. But it's not. I wouldn't buy it for Disney Plus.
But think about it though. You could watch Frozen
Fuck
in
that.
4K.
And Frozen 2,
Fuck
where she's a
that.
lesbian.
Bro.
Okay. Honestly, Frozen's bad. We don't talk about Frozen.
Hey man, you're getting Boys Meet World come back and fucking Lizzie McGuire. She's 30 years old. Like,
Bro,
bro, that's Disney Plus for you.
I upset a Kohl's cashier because I was memeing on her because we were talking about Frozen 2. And then
And
I got
Brim
so
was
I
like,
got
"Listen,
tired.
I hate
no,
the whammon, so I don't
got
like
tired.
Frozen."
No, I got tired of the conversation. So I was like looking at Val. And I was like, "Hey Val, so what? So you better not make another fucking Frozen reference because she hates that movie." I was like, "Will you just let it go? You want to make a snowman? Because winter is coming." As soon as I did that, as soon as I said winter is coming, dude, the fucking cashier lost her shit, bro. She was like, "Oh my god, those do not go together."
How dare you?
I would have got mad because you're like, "Okay, let's watch how bad Game of Thrones was."
Are you
Jack
serious,
Williams. Yes,
Dexter?
I am serious. I don't know if it's 100%, but they were like there was definitely rumblings that Frozen 2 they were gonna give Elsa or whatever the fuck her name is a lesbian girlfriend.
Hey, I'm happy for everybody that has Disney Plus because you know, I'm happy they're taking your wallet and everything. I'm happy for you.
I seriously want to try out like once I get my router situation.
You
like-
say this as you have Netflix. I don't want to hear it from you.
I don't have
Bro,
Netflix.
bro, I
I
have
haven't had Netflix in 5 years.
Here's the thing. I have Netflix. I have Amazon Prime. Watch whatever the fuck I want on Amazon Prime. Even though the fucking buffering is stupid. But
Oh.
hey, you know what? I get through that sometimes. I have
Netflix-
Hulu.
Hulu's useless. Like, actually, wait, South Park has Hulu, right?
Yes.
Okay.
This man dogs on Netflix, meanwhile paying for old shit on Disney Plus.
Sorry, I'm thinking of HBO. HBO is the worst one.
You're the worst one.
I'm sorry, HBO sucks, and Game of Thrones ended, so not
Have
everyone
fun
can
with
stop
the
saying HBO was
have fun
good.
with the have fun with Lizzie McGuire being 30 years old.
Hey,
And Boy
Okay.
Meets World and Boy Meets World.
you know,
Okay, man, I'd be okay with that.
What's her name? Fratanga or Pratanga, whatever her fucking name is.
Topanga.
You know who-
Topanga.
Topanga. There you
Yeah,
go.
Tepanga or some silly shit like that.
Like, how old is she now? 50?
Dude, gotta be at least. I could say she was.
I can't
Oh,
even believe they're
cocksucker!
coming with I can't believe they're coming back with Beverly Hills 902.0.
Help!
I'm like
Somebody.
shocked with that one.
No,
Really?
no, it's
They're
okay.
actually gonna do that?
Yeah, Fox is like, yeah, they saw the trailer for it, and I'm like, they're going ahead with even after the guy died, Jack Perry. Like what?
Yo, I want to see that. I want to see that. What the fuck was it?
I hope it's not another
The
Connors
fresh-
where it flops.
I want to see that Fresh Prince of Bel Air remake, dude.
Oh, that
like,
looks
that
good.
shit looks
No,
sick.
there's
That
there's
shit
not
looks
gonna,
sick.
that's not gonna be good. Fresh Prince of Bel Air remake.
I don't
Oh,
know.
this
It
fucking
could be.
kid.
This
It
guy.
looked good, dude. It's got Will Smith helping the kid out, teaching him like what what things.
It's
he
more.
could-
It's a darker comedy movie. Will Smith.
yeah.
Will Smith's gonna be like, yo, watch out for them cops, yo.
Hey man, Bad Boys 3 next year. I'm excited for
That actually looks pretty
Bad
good.
Boys 3,
I'm-
baby.
yeah.
And
I'm
Rush
gonna
Hour
watch
4
that.
next year. I'm pretty excited.
I want to see, dude. I want to see the new Jumanji, bro, because the first one was
Ooh.
hilarious, dude. I love the first movie, so I want to see. I want to see how they do it with this one. They got fucking.
I've never seen Bad Boys, by the way.
Hey,
Oh
are you
my
ready?
God.
Are you ready for Fast and the Furious?
30?
30
dirty. Fast and the Furious 3.
without the
Wait,
Rock
they're
this
making a new-
time.
Wait, they're making a new Fast and Furious movie?
Yeah,
Oh, you know
it's
they
gonna
will.
have John Cena and what's her name?
Wow,
and,
what a douchebag.
bro, bro,
Justin
fucking,
Bieber and a bunch of other people.
bro.
in it.
John Cena's gonna be racing. He's all, look, guys, I'm in first place. I'm like, why? Because you didn't see me.
Actually, John Cena's kind of grown on me as an actor in a way.
Yeah, dude.
He's kind of funny outside of wrestling.
He is funny as shit, dude. Like, what was it? Sorority, I think, is what it was called, or something like that.
Backers.
Oh no, cock blockers.
Blockers. Yeah.
Cock blockers, yeah. Dude, that was fucking
Yes, it was.
hilarious, bro. Like,
I
I
feel
just.
like cock blockers is the
oh.
best way to describe Pete, though.
I want to go
Oh,
see.
my
the,
cock blocker.
I
Did I
wanna
ever
go
block
see,
your cock?
His new movie that's coming out from Disney Films, or not Disney Films, Nickelodeon Films, the one where he's a firefighter. I kind of want to go see that because it seems kind of funny. Like John Cena, I never thought would be a good comedy actor. Really.
Dude, he does. He does really good comedy bits, and like the way he responds to like the shitty situations they put him in, dude, is just fucking hysterical,
His expressions, dude, in Blockers is
Oh,
hilarious.
fuck.
Yeah, he
Sketch.
looked, dude. He looked like he was
Sketch.
gonna horf up a lung, dude. I was
Yeah,
like, oh.
he made it real.
Oh, Jesus. Sorry to make this dark. Actually, I'll talk about this later. Never mind.
All right, cool.
I was gonna make it dark like the skies. That's a terrible joke.
Dark as the skies is. John Cena waved his hands in the air and
Yo.
went for a pack of cigarettes, and that was it.
So,
Hey, my dad
so,
still hasn't returned from the pack of cigarettes, so
so I gotta ask. People are not happy with Game Freak. What the fuck happened there?
What the hell's?
I don't know what the fuck happened there.
I don't know
guys-
nothing with the new Pokemon. So
Oh yeah, you guys.
Oh.
The Reddit post.
Yeah.
Post.
Just-
So what happened?
Oh, that's a whole bunch of reviews have come out for the new Pokemon, and of course they've all been perfect, fucking 90s and shit. But apparently people
what's
do
wrong
not
with that? Pokemon's good.
people do not like the game.
By people, you mean some.
Quite a lot. I mean, the user score
Quite a
on
lot.
Metacritic is 41. But
What's
as
the
of
reason?
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
who
So this
fuck
is that
knows the
sword. And,
reasons?
this is that Sword and Shield. shit
Sword and
that,
Shield.
like-
Sword and Shield's been a kind of a touchy-feely thing, really.
Yeah,
because-
dude. Like, I
Nope.
remember when, I remember when those streamers got their keys early as fuck. They got them like what 4 or 5 months ago, and they were streaming the shit out of the game. And it looked like fun, dude. Like it looked like fun, but like everybody was like, "Oh yeah, it's the best game ever." And when people finally get their hands on it, it's like, no, it's
No, it's
actually
not every.
not.
It's
Yeah,
not
it really
everything that
wasn't.
It was sold to be.
and like an IGN reviewer even said that the review is not the place to talk about the game's criticisms or the criticisms about the game.
Guys, you buy
Wait,
this
what?
game. Buy this
Yes.
game.
Literally.
Don't buy Pokemon. Buy this game. You want a better game? Go buy Fallen Order. There you go. Go buy Fallen Order. Better.
Bro, Fallen Order looks sick though. No joke.
I
Like,
saw people
actually
like I
kinda
saw
wanna play
people
it.
like when I was at the game store and I bought Fallen Order, right? And I got this huge discount because GameStop's going the way of Kohl's, where you get Kohl's Cash and shit like that. People were looking at me
idea.
like people were like literally like depressed because I was buying this game over Pokemon. Oh, you're not buying Pokemon? I'm like, why? I don't own a Switch. First of all, second of all, I'm kind of burnt out on the whole Pokemon thing.
Dude, I've been burnt out since Red Blue.
Like I'm in like
Red
man,
Blue
how
is the
many-
first game, Pete.
Oh, you cocksucker. You gonna steal my fucking pills?
IGN is stupid, honestly.
Well, dude, they've been stupid.
No one takes them as serious as a journalistic outlet, though. So
I don't read reviews anymore like I used to. It's more of I form my own opinion about things and I play games.
I read reviews because they are important.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna lie, but if you take Rock Paper Shotgun, Kotaku, or any sites that are involved with them, and you think that they're legitimate, I can't take you seriously when it comes to your opinion, sir.
I mean, IGN is
The
not.
word Kotaku makes me cringe.
Kotaku is a joke.
Yes,
It
it
used
is.
to, dude. I remember when they first started, dude. Like they were like at the top of the peak, dude. Like they were doing really good shit, and then all of a sudden it came out that they were all SJWs, and like everybody was like, "Oh, well, goodbye."
I mean, but to be fair, most game journalist outlets are dying. Or at least, like most journalistic websites are dying out, though. Like they're not making money. Most of them.
It's
That's
true.
because nobody knows. Well, that's because nobody knows who they should trust, dude. Like
And a
the
lot of
viewers
people,
have
No,
been
it's
shit
not
on
just-
so much.
well,
it
what's
doesn't
happening is sorry.
This doesn't just relate to game journals. Like, just most like journalist websites are dying out. Though, like most, like what was that one that was about sports, but they covered other shit for a long time, but they got their whole swap down to over covering sports again. I forgot that one, but like a lot of sports like websites basically are dying out as
Well,
well.
what's happening is a lot of people are going, well, these reviewers are garbage, these sites. I'm just gonna go form my own opinion and sell my opinion over
Also,
word of mouth more than anything.
yeah, also like there's two factors that like they're fucking these people over, or, like destroying these websites. It's YouTubers. YouTubers are the biggest thorn for these people. A lot of them. Even if you don't like YouTubers.
I actually really like the third party, like word of mouth.
Yeah.
The word of mouth opinions are so much.
Bro, like
YouTube, but YouTubers are basically taking out. And also the second one is a lot of these websites are having like artificial growth, where it's like they really had growth. Like Tim Pool will talk about this. Like they can turn you
I don't
from
know. There's some
one person.
legitimate YouTube reviewers out there that get the game and they're legitimately honest. It
No.
depends what you're looking for.
No, I'm talking about like the websites. No, I'm talking about YouTuber. I'll get to them in a sec. But for a lot of these websites, they can turn one. Like for example, if I went on IGN, they could turn me from one person into 30 users, and that's how like they oversell to investors.
But that's that I've seen that before on any like review place like Amazon. They do it all the time.
Yeah, but it's for a lot of these. But Amazon makes the money because Amazon's the most popular delivery service on the planet now. But a lot of these websites like Kotaku, IGN, or even like all these other websites like Vice and all that stuff, like they're dying out because
Jack Williams says, and Brimstone, you know what's funny? What's funny?
what?
Question mark.
Oh,
a lot of these investors are seeing that a lot of these websites are just artificially growing their numbers. They're not actual like that one person isn't 30 people. Like they're seeing that, so that's why a lot of these websites are dying out.
That's been happening for years. They've been
I know,
inflating
but
views. It's been happening for years.
Yeah, but now it's coming to bite them in the ass. Now it's like coming to fully bite them in the ass. So
Oh.
you can say it's deserved or not. I'm just saying like it's coming to bite them. So
Well, the way I see Pokemon is if you're a Switch fan and you want a game to play, and wait for that game to go on sale.
I'm probably gonna buy it, but eventually.
Wait for it to go on sale. If it's got all these bad acclaims and they're working features, then just wait for it. It's like Need for Speed Heat. I'm not buying Need for Speed. I got the 10-hour trial and a lot of things are broken with it. I'll wait for that game to go like $15-20 before I give it my time.
Also, a lot of people are now trusting like like for a lot of websites they have critic reviews and like user reviews. More people trust user reviews, so that's another thing.
Yeah.
Like that's another reason why I like these big.
Well, that's
critics
why-
are
That's what I'm
credibility.
saying. Word of mouth, like with I'll go to somebody within the community or Discords and I'll ask, hey, you played this game? What do you think of it?
no,
You
you.
know,
Real quick, no, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. No, Jack, you cannot compare the two.
Compare what?
Call of
Call of
Duty
Duty
and
and
Sword
Pokemon.
and
Yeah,
Shield.
you can't compare that. No.
You can't compare them because
That's like
here's the thing.
that's like trying to compare fucking Forza with Drake's Uncharted. Like what? It doesn't make sense.
That's like comparing a taco stand to a Burger King.
Listen, I love shit on Call of Duty, but this new Call of Duty is actually really good. Like you can't really
Yeah.
compare them.
Yeah, I agree.
And you're just kind of a guy who personally likes shit on Call of Duty a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little bit.
You know what? JC, I agree with you with that. Agree with you. I become the only reason I got the Star Wars Fallen Order because it was on sale and it was cheaper than digital. And I've become more of a digital gamer buyer. Like Brimstone and me have been talking about that. Like this generation of gaming, I've been more a digital buyer because there's so many good deals on the digital side.
There's too many good deals on the digital side. Like I've taken up so many good sales in the last since the Xbox One launched, right? Like I bought it in the second or third month it came out. So, bro, like my library, you see my library, Rev? It's fucking monstrous.
See, it's ridiculous. I think we can compare Pokemon to Call. No, you can't.
No,
They're
you
two.
can't, Jack.
They're two different. They're two different play styles and two different ways of playing.
I mean, you can compare them in that sense, but that doesn't mean much
Alright.
because
What? Hold up. I think we're being a little too mean. Like, what do you mean by compare them? Can you explain a little bit?
Well,
I think
he
that's
did-
better.
Well, he kind of did. He says it is ridiculous. I think we compare Pokemon to Call of Duty for having the same rehashed things that's been going through decades. So,
I mean,
I mean,
yes.
I understand that part of it, but just to flat out compare them across the board, like as a 1-to-1, no, you can't.
I can definitely sort of agree with them keeping
Real quick,
the same.
JC, how is Control? I've been wanting to buy that, but I've heard 50-50 things about it. I don't know. This Call of Duty, man, the reimagining Call of Duty, I don't think it's a rehash of anything. I think it's really uniquely different.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it could stand on its own two legs right now with how popular it
And
is.
speaking of a franchise that's coming back, Guerrilla Games is working on well, it's a rumor, but they're working on the next SOCOM, which I'm excited for.
That'd be good if that making a SOCOM game actually is good.
I'm still not buying a PlayStation.
Well, no, they
It's
said
coming
it's
to
gonna be.
PC.
They said it was coming to PC because Sony's pushing the whole narrative.
Oh
of
fuck
PC.
yeah!
Oh, and that reminds me, is that the case? They're probably gonna release on Epic because
And
Sony's
just
probably gonna tie
imagine
to
Guerrilla
Epic.
Games doing a war game with a long story.
Yeah, I guess I won't be
Oh,
checking out
fuck.
that game.
really, man,
P, you see, get good Left 4 Dead.
I know, right?
Also, it's probably if SOCOM does come to PC, it's probably gonna be Epic. Which
Well,
that means I can't buy it. That means I can't buy it. So.
Well, this whole thing, everybody said Epic, but Hideo Kojima's game is going to Steam and
Yeah, but he's not Sony anymore. I don't know. Like, what has Sony released?
Well, he is Sony, but here's the thing: it's a time exclusive thing.
I mean, I'll probably buy Death Stranding though. Now that's coming to Steam. So.
Yeah, I totally want to play a UPS character.
Yes. I mean, who knows? It could be a good game. Also, I'm
No,
not
it's
buying it full
probably-
price. I don't buy games at full price anymore. Except
No, it's
Destiny,
probably-
that's the only exception.
No, it's probably good. I'm just talking shit.
Destiny's your wet dream, man. We've just made that. We put that as a conclusion. You get moist when you
Bro.
see Destiny characters.
Bro, I tell you what, dude. I could.
No,
I could see,
listen.
I could see this happening with you, Blue. Like if your first girl, like, or not first girl, but you know what I mean. Like, you find someone you really care about, and like, we all find out later, like 5 years later down the line, her name was Destiny.
What? No, first off, if someone... Wait, hold up. Let's get into this real quick. First off, if someone actually named their kid Destiny, that parent needs to be like, just brought out and shot, because that's just no. Stop it.
By the way, what's up with Rockstar? What are they doing? They are pretty much.
They apologized for Red Dead Redemption 2 and its shitty PC port. Oh, God,
They're actually
sorry.
working. They're doing around-the-clock updates for what I've heard from with the community. They're working alongside the community. Last time I checked,
A
to
lot of
make
people.
their game right.
I've heard a lot of people like I got a couple people who bought like Red Dead on console or on console and PC, and they said like it's a good game. Like it's like they have PC problems, but the game's good. Like Red Dead.
Like it runs really well, and it's using Vulkan as its They're using an AMD API.
Oh,
Vulkan.
so that's why it sucks.
No, Vulkan's actually better than DirectX 12. As a whole, it runs better, and Vulkan's on Linux too. That's why I can't wait to see Linux gaming take off the way it's going to be taken off in the future. If they get it right, Linux will be like a really good platform to be.
Yeah,
on.
but I mean, are we actually gonna see that, dude? In our
Hey, is that
lifetime?
is that the Taco Bell exclusive Mountain Dew that you were drinking? That you picked
Me?
up? Yeah, that looked like the Taco Bell thing in the footage.
No, NOS.
Nice.
My
Oh, okay.
favorite energy drink and nitrous oxide company.
See, when Blue sees Cade 6, he gets a wet dream.
Oh my! You're misconstruing this, Rev.
JC is right. Destiny is a porn name.
Yeah.
That's a stripper name, dude. For fucking sure.
Bro, but
Make
tell
sure,
me that's
make
not
sure she's
perfect.
huge
though.
waifu status too. Make sure.
No, listen, waifu is
fuck.
anime exclusive.
No, I'm talking in the game.
Ah,
not
of course he
what you're
gets me.
drinking.
God damn it. Somebody kill him.
Pete, you're not really good at Left 4 Dead, are you?
Did
Yeah,
it
you can
crash
fuck off.
frequently on someone's computer?
Oh,
when
yeah.
when it was released?
It did.
Well,
Red Dead had some major problems.
Jack, that's been games lately. Like, you can't just say Red Dead Redemption. I mean, Call of Duty's been the same way on PC in a way.
I haven't had any problems with Call of Duty on PC.
I haven't
Well,
either.
I mean, he's pretty
Of course they
limited on what he
fucking
can-
leave me. You cocksuckers.
He's pretty limited on what he can experience, so he's only speaking based on the stuff
Gotcha.
he reads. Yeah.
Roger.
I mean, like Red Dead, there's been some problems. Like I actually like heard this from people. Apparently, like Jace was telling me about it, and then like a couple other people I know who bought it have been telling me about like the problems like PC.
Well, 2 community members have told me within the community that they've been working alongside the community to get it right. They've been releasing around the clock updates. They like release every day at least 2 updates.
I mean,
They fix the problems.
I just want, if the game has all of its technical problems fixed in like the next month, I'll probably get it just to beat the campaign.
I would say if you have a lot of problems,
I am
then
from California.
honestly,
Sorry. Go ahead.
when you really look at it, if games are having issues, don't buy it right off the rip, man. If you hear articles right off the rip day 1 and it's having problems, just wait for a sale.
Listen, you don't buy games day 1 except it's games that you actually like.
So, I agree.
That's my Gala Gel free card, by the way. I put it in there.
So I'll put it this way: Star Wars Fallen Order. It's like one of the best Star Wars games in the last 5 years. Like Respawn Entertainment needs to make Battlefront next. They need to go revitalize that platform, that game, and that franchise.
What up, Levon?
Like literally,
Bro.
So good.
So I'm not gonna get my hopes up for this, and I don't suggest you get your hopes up either, Blue. But like EA has announced a huge revamp for Anthem.
Ooh.
Yes.
Oh, I don't think it's gonna be good. I don't care about Anthem anymore.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is I think
Levon
that,
Case and Brimstone sold his PS4, huh?
yes, I did. That's the first. By the way, that's the first platform I ever sold. They're saying that they're trying to save the game. They don't want their game to die because if their game dies, they're gonna lose.
I mean, the game's already dead though.
No, there's still people on there. I logged in the other night.
I'm
There's
gonna
still quite a few people
give
playing.
Anthem another go. I didn't give it a shot right off the rip the first time.
The game's not good though. Like, there's no end game to it, so it's like there's no point in sticking around.
They're at it. Well, that's what that was the point of their.
I come back to the topic of it's in the eye of the beholder.
Well, the eye of the
Depends.
beholder can be wrong.
Well, that's your perspective, though. See,
I'm
because
just. I'm trying to remain hopeful. That's all it is. I'm trying to.
yeah.
Remain
I mean, I want to be a little pessimistic here, but it's just Anthem. I was burned so hard by Anthem. That's why I'm really invested in hating Anthem.
You are this group's leading pessimist. What are you talking about?
I know, right? But the thing is, no, like the problem is I was
Give
burnt
this guy
so
some
hard.
Cade 6 in his life. I'm just kidding.
No, like I was burnt so hard by Anthem. That's why I really just have an
feel you.
immense hatred for it.
I know.
I feel you, but you know, people gave it a chance. I haven't given it a chance. I like played it for a little bit and just put it down. I didn't really get to experience like everybody else did.
I got to experience what it was like, and
in fact, I liked. You know, most people didn't like it, but I did like Mass Effect Drama to a certain extent.
Bro, you like everything, dude. Like, geez, not even insulting, by the way. Damn, God bless you.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, dude, like Andromeda wasn't that bad. Then again, like we got to play it after everything was patched, so we didn't have to see the eye glare problems that it had.
The totally horrible animations. You only just got the semi-horrible animations.
Right? Yeah. Pretty much.
I'm reloading.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know. I think for Anthem, it's probably too little too late.
It might be. It might be.
It depends how the change is. Like I don't think I want to go a little too.
If
into it.
anything, dude, if anything, like if they fix it at least so we're like it's good, like I'll play it. You know what I mean? I'll play it. I'll beat it. I'll do maybe a speed run through it to see how it goes. Because I like the mech. I like the mech aspect of it. I like the combat. The combat was fun.
The combat loop is fine. Honestly, I think everyone's overhyping the combat loop because I think Destiny is a better combat loop than Anthem. I know, shocker. Let's stay with me on this
Really?
one.
No,
Yeah,
like-
like the combat loop in Anthem, like it's max, it's cool, but there doesn't leave a lot of room for variety, if that makes sense.
It has more variety than what?
What
What
do
are
you
you
mean by
talking about, bro? Like they
There's only
have
4
so
play
many
styles.
weapons. Yeah, but
and they're all the same design-wise. And the best weapon in the game was the starter weapon, so...
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like I'm willing to give it another shot if the new content launches. That's why I said don't. I'm not gonna hold my breath because they did this to us before. Remember, Blue? They're like, oh yeah, we got a new pathway of new shit coming your guys' way, and then they fucking canceled it. It was like what?
And they made those cataclysms that were supposed to be this big thing, and they weren't really anything. They're
Yeah,
kind of just far in the wind.
yeah.
Like I said, I'm biased here because I was burnt by Anthem,
You
and
have
I
every
don't
right
like
to be.
EA.
No, you have
And I
every
don't
right
like
to be.
EA,
Bro.
so I'm biased here. Like hardcore bias.
And I'm gonna be probably purchasing that Pacific Storm map eventually. I'm with Gangstar, and then I'm pretty seen some footage of that. Friends of us in the community have been playing it.
Reloading.
Yeah, Battlefield 5, the new
Oh,
update.
Battlefield 5, it looks really good.
It
I want
does,
that.
dude. It's watch the trailer. If even if you hated everything about Battlefield 5, just watch the fucking trailer because it is pure Battlefield porn. It is everything people wanted out of
Bonfire going.
Battlefield. So, and that's the thing. Like I said, if the people who were bitching about the original don't support when they do something right, then they'll never have another incentive to listen to us when we bitch
How about
again.
yeah, but if they fuck up the game again, then they'll just suffer losing money. You know what I mean?
Fuck, this is not gonna end well.
So Google is selling gender neutral controllers.
I don't
Yeah.
fuck. No, like,
Bro.
like we can make fun of that all we want, but
Oh, by the
like,
way,
all
you
joke.
guys, by the way, in the Game Talks community, if you guys are watching, if you have Xbox and you have Xbox Ultimate Game Pass, go claim your rewards.
Go down one more time.
You get 3 months of Discord Nitro. When you claim that, you get 3 more months of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, and then you get 6 months of Spotify on the house. All thanks, Micro. On a positive note.
Yeah, yeah. As you were saying, Blue.
No, like we can make fun of these gender neutral controllers all we want, which we probably could, and it's really easy to make fun of. But how do like if we're talking about practicalities, how are these controllers actually designed? Like, do they look the same as any other controller?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I was
like,
gonna
is
say,
it like
yeah.
smaller thumbsticks,
Maybe.
smaller
By
buttons.
the way,
What's the big
Google
difference here?
Google Stadia tied into your modem and router with their controllers to play their games. So, yeah,
Ooh, that is not what I wanted to do.
garbage.
I don't think
Wait,
Stadia was gonna be good to begin with, though. Like, I know.
Hey, get this: -0 lag. How's that possible? Negative.
That's not.
How does that work?
It's interpolation, but it's not gonna work right, and especially like you'll never ever like okay, single player games. Yes, you could definitely do something with that and get it to where the perceived lag is next to nothing. But with multiplayer shooters and stuff, like that's just not gonna work.
I'm
like,
all
for
with I'm
example-
all with XCloud with that note with all the controller support and all the
Like-
stuff they're doing over with it.
The thing is, like,
Gimme.
let's just say, I'm gonna use Destiny for example. Like, Destiny as a game, I know Destiny, right? A game I obviously don't play. Like this game, like I could never stream this game, stream play this game, because I would be able to tell the difference in gameplay without a doubt. Like it wouldn't be hard, and that's why I don't think
Jack,
streaming
it's
will
dead
work.
on arrival
ultimately.
because their competition's giving you 50 games out of the box, and it's included with Ultimate Game Pass. XCloud is, and Stadia, you buy their subscription on top of buying your games. That's not a win for people. That's the downside. That's fucking with people. So Google Stadia is going to die off real quick. I don't think their numbers are going to be that high.
I don't know. It could be moderately successful, but only because it's backed by Google. Yeah. Yeah, I can see it being moderately successful just because it's backed by Google.
You know what's sad, dude, is like Rev and I were kind of hyped for it when they first talked about it.
I'm more hyped for xCloud than I am Stadia.
But no, you know what I'm saying, Rev? Like back in the day when they first announced it and they didn't give us any details, like we were like, that could be cool. Like Google's making this? I'm like, shit, that's
yeah. Then when news came down the pike with the whole your controllers have to be tied with the router. Then you can't take your controllers globally around the world, to a friend's house and start playing. The thing I give Microsoft credit on with their xCloud is you can use whatever controller you want Bluetooth wise and start playing. And it's just an emulation of an Xbox One, technically in the cloud. And a lot of people that I've heard from that have been on the preview, which I hope I get through the preview for that. It's like a 1 millisecond delay, if that. Not even that. People told me it's like real time, like they're actually playing on an Xbox. A lot of people I've talked to has been playing it on Gears 5. They're saying it's like 1-to-1.
That's
like
pretty
whatever Microsoft is doing.
That's in the beta stage, though. Let's want to see that in the wild, though.
Oh, and by the way, that's another thing that they're hooking Sony up with. I mean, I could go on all day about that.
Yeah,
And xCloud
overall,
is coming
Sony
to
sucks.
PC, so they're rolling out in Canada, Japan, more servers, and it's coming to PC. So the people that were Xbox is not releasing their games on PC, the 360 stuff and whatnot. That's coming through xCloud in the summer.
This asshole.
So you'll virtually have an Xbox technically on your PC without having to have an Xbox.
I mean, yeah, like Xbox is doing good things. Like even though you're hosted Windows 10, like Microsoft's doing good things. Sony not so much, but
right.
Well, who's over there at Sony keeping them alive is Natala and Microsoft and Phil Spencer. They're all over there trying to get Sony's connectivity fixed with xCloud's servers. That's why when they announced at the Microsoft event that PS4 controllers are going to be supported natively, people booed. But the thing they don't understand, they don't see the big picture. Big picture is that Microsoft, I said to Brimstone, I have a feeling that they're going to have literally the Microsoft app on a PlayStation. And then what conversation are we really having with this fanboy war anymore? When Microsoft is just becoming a service provider.
They're just expanding their market. They're just expanding their market while Sony is there's someone expanding, going to PC. But
well, take a look at Apple. Apple kind of forgoed the whole, we're going to be out only on our platform. And guess what? They're on Samsung TVs now. You can get Apple TV now and stream your phone to a Samsung TV to a Vizio TV now. There's no need to have their exclusive box anymore.
Because exclusivity, like console level exclusivity, where you can only buy on like that box or platform, whatever you want to call it, that's dying now. Or not platform, but like an Xbox, you can only buy Xbox games. Like that mentality is dying out though, because it's more profitable to have your service on everything.
Well, exclusive is like with Microsoft nowadays, like exclusive stuff. Like if you get xCloud down the line or PC Game Pass with the PC and Xbox, there's really no reason to complain, really, because you can get those first party titles on those platforms now. And now with it coming to Switch and everything, Microsoft app, it's kind of a win-win. Microsoft's kind of got you on all fronts.
Yep.
I mean, they're expanding their market. That's what they're doing right now.
It's smart. It's genius. Phil Spencer's been more the component of, we want to be in every community we possibly can get it. We want to be a service. We want to be the service that you go for.
I mean, they're doing that because they want to make money ultimately. But it's like they're doing that because they see like trying to make exclusives or whatever is not going to work for them anymore. It worked for Sony.
But how many fanboys have you guys heard like brag about how great they are, how great Sony is? And it's like, yeah, but you guys,
I'm sure Sony's so great.
But you guys required Microsoft to help you with your infrastructure, to help you with bailing you out of problems when it came to legalities over the hack that took place. You guys took what was it? Microsoft actually helped them with their Gaikai that they purchased because they didn't know what the fuck they were doing with it, and their PlayStation Now shit was flopping.
And then PlayStation View TV went out the door.
Exactly, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, They're so wonderful. It's like,
Hey,
well,
man,
how
if
come
they're
they can't
so-
stand on their own 2 feet then if they're so wonderful?
If they're so wonderful, why did me and you stick in a 100-man queue to get in their store?
Bro, you know what's funny is I asked my okay, so I got quite a few friends that are Sony guys, and I asked them about that. And they're like, I have never experienced that. I'm like, I think you're fucking lying. I said, I think you're fucking lying to me, dude.
As someone who used to play PlayStation at least until like whenever Destiny 2 came out, or before Destiny 2, like the summer before Destiny 2, like the original release happened. So like 4 years I played PlayStation 4 for. Yeah, that used to happen all the time. What are you people smoking if you say it's not happening?
Dude, they swear up and down that it never happened to them, and I'm like, bro, like, because with me and
You're
Rev tested it,
denying reality.
bro.
Dude, when
and
you're playing Overwatch, it wasn't updated to the current version. We were seeing the what is that sunset glitch where you can walk through walls?
yeah, it was
Yeah,
pretty
bro.
intense, bro. Like, and the thing is we tested it, right? Like, we actually tested this. He was on a pro, I was on a regular, and we experienced the same issues. The menus were the only thing on that cross media bar that didn't hitch up as much.
And
Other
it
than that-
froze, and the PlayStation froze.
But this freezing was still a thing, yeah.
Yeah, it froze when you get into the
Brimstone.
store. It just crashed.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Brimstone. That's called denying reality. It's like what they call
I
denying
know.
reality. And that's what these PlayStation guys who say there's no like you can still like your PlayStation, but
What's up,
denying
buddy?
that load screens don't exist. You're lying to
Right.
yourself.
Yeah, and I'll never sit there and say that the PlayStation is a terrible system.
No.
I'll say it's terrible because I play on
I will
PC
say
now.
that the PlayStation 4 is a fucking terrible system. PlayStation in general, like, no, like they got a dynasty to look out for. It's, I talked about, yeah, Blue. Actually, I think I talked to you about that. Like, or no, I talked to somebody else about it. Sorry, get my conversations mixed up here. I talked to my buddy about this, and he said that he let all that other shit go because he liked the games. I'm like, bro, if Sony did this back in the PS3 days, dude, they would have been bankrupt.
Yeah, they would have. You know what?
They
You know
would have
what?
been-
Has
they
someone played
would've
on
been
PS3?
bankrupt, bro.
Yeah, I would agree with that one.
But yeah, like the whole community is giving them a pass with all the massive glitches and the problems with the platform. And I'm like, dude, the PS3 was such a big step ahead of this
Hey,
thing.
keep this in mind. I had an SSD in my PlayStation.
Bro, that's some shit. isn't it?
SSDs don't really work. The problem is SSDs don't really work well on consoles.
Well, on the Xbox,
Well,
it
not
does,
yet.
But on
Just 'cause-
PlayStation, it don't.
It's just because they don't have the bus for it yet, but the 5th editions will have it.
I mean, SSDs are going to be the future of
Hey,
his
well,
games.
Sony's doing the whole cartridge thing. They're gonna have a cartridge thing in the back.
Which is a
for
good
SSD.
thing. That's a good thing,
Yeah,
actually.
no, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I think they should have 4 slots lined up or 8 slots lined up for M.2 SSDs, and you can just you can increase your storage at will.
Well, I hope it's not like their storage that they had before,
No, yeah,
where they overcharge for it and you get less gigs.
that will be the issue because Sony loves pulling that
And
proprietary
that's what happened
bullshit.
with the PS Vita.
That's
Like,
oh,
literally.
dude, they
would
killed
kill
the
it.
Vita with
Oh,
that.
you mean the $100 SD card that was what? When at launch was 64 gigs?
Yep.
No, they didn't even have 64 gigs at launch.
They had 32.
32
Oh, 32.
was the biggest you
either
could
way-
get.
either
And
way, it was
for
$100.
for a long ass time, you could not get the 64 in the US. You had to go to GameStop and buy the Japanese imported one or order it from Amazon or something like that from somebody who had went over to Japan and bought them because they didn't sell them in the States yet. But then even after they started selling them in the States, it was still 64 gigs for $100 fucking dollars when you could get like a 256 or a 128 for like 40.
Meanwhile, over here on the Switch, I bought a Silicon Power. It was like what was it, Rev? It was a 256?
256, yeah.
Yeah, it was a 256 SD card for like $30.
You know what's funny?
Jesus,
They're-
dude, you fucking
Maybe-
idiot.
If you go back to the whole PS Vita days, it was their own proprietary card. So they were the only one. They're the ones that controlled it,
Yeah.
and they didn't want to go SD micro because there were so many companies making it.
Yeah, their
They wanted to
reason was
control it.
because they wanted to keep the playing field level so people didn't have faster load times, and it's just like, get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm sorry.
But Sony was that way with their other technology they did for SD cards, the big long stick at one point when it was on the PSP days.
You're talking about the
yeah, but that at least had an adapter. See, they
Well,
specifically
they finally-
designed the V. No. See, the the one for the regular PSP was much larger than the standard SD card. So that means an adapter was possible. But when they did the Vita ones, they specifically made that thing too small so that you couldn't just make an SD card adapter for it. Like, they were tricky about that fucking thing.
Well, if you really want to go back to that, they
Of
had
course,
they had the PlayStation phone. I remember having one of those.
Yep.
And
Of course,
and
Gangster defends the Vita.
no, the Vita was
Defend
a
it.
hell of a
No,
console.
I mean,
No,
yeah,
it
that's
was a hell of a handheld.
But defend
yeah.
it where it's due, and I don't where it's not, because
It was
fucking.
the way ahead of its time. It's like before there was a Switch, there was.
It could have been the greatest portable console.
Handheld, and it wasn't.
Even better than the DS. It could have outdone the DS if they had fucking played their cards right. If they hadn't locked down the shit with the SD cards, if they had done a little better with the store and not had their shit be ridiculously fucking expensive.
You can only have one account, guys. Remember that bullshit when they launched that, and at the time AT&T like had this exclusive thing with them. Remember that shit?
Oh
yeah, AT&T with the whole PS Vita.
Dude,
button.
don't shoot the witch! Don't shoot the witch! What the fuck
like,
are you doing?
They're like, hey man, like we got you at AT&T. You can't run this thing on basic Wi-Fi. You have to have a plan with us. Like, excuse me? Like, how about go fuck yourself kindly, sir?
Why? I hope Sony, if they've been talking about doing it.
Jesus,
Dude, and then they
denied.
denied. Then they turned around, said they were not gonna do it. They're not getting back in the portable space.
Bro, they said the same shit about the fucking PSP.
Yep.
The same shit. They're like, oh yeah, we're not working on a portable. Oh guys, look, PSP's coming around the corner. Like, what?
But the PSP was great though.
Yeah.
It had a little bit of everything. And then they came out with the PS Go, and it was just like, yeah, what some fuckery that was.
Well, that's the thing. The infrastructure wasn't there for digital games yet.
Well, they said, oh yeah, we're gonna have a way to where you can convert your games.
That never happened. Get the fuck out of here.
They were like, oh yeah, all your UMD games you can convert over. We're gonna make a thing for it. No, they never did.
Yep. Which, because there is no way. There would be no way to stop somebody from using their UMD to, get whatever, whether it was a deal or a free download or whatever it was, and then just giving the UMD to a buddy, and keep doing that over and over again. Like, there's no way to stop that, because it's not like UMDs were locked down or anything.
Well, actually, there was a model that they brought out to do just that, and that was the PSP Go.
Yeah.
But it didn't work, though.
I know it didn't work because they dropped the ball and lost millions on it because they're fucking idiots, dude. What they did was on the PSP Go, they promised everybody, if you got all your UMD still, all you're going to have to do is type in the UPC on the PlayStation Store and it will activate that game for that system.
Yeah, but
so
that's the thing. The UPC isn't locked to each individual one, though. That's the thing. So
Well, no, Sony had their... Then it probably wasn't the UPC that I'm thinking of. It was probably like that particular code for that game or whatever. Whatever the number is for it. They said all you had to do is type something like that into the store and you were going to claim it. The thing is they lied. Everybody and their brother tried to get their games backed up and ready to go with their PSP.
It didn't fucking happen.
And they never followed through, dude. They fucking ditched it.
Well, they did two things. They did two things that were stupid. They did the PSP Go, and then they did the PS phone, and that was a Verizon exclusive back then. And I picked that up because I thought, I like the PSP. I'm gonna pick this up. It has the Android ability on it. It was a great phone and idea, but their PSP Go concepts went to the phone too, which sucked, and which ruined pretty much the experience. Which I eventually traded in the phone because of the fuckery. Because I didn't like the fact that they tied down everything to their store and all these promises, and I said fuck it, I'm just gonna trade the damn thing in and get an actual Android phone at the time.
Yeah, it's a shame because I loved my Vita. So many fucking good games.
If you can find it now, I want that red one that the last one they released, but that's only in Japan. The red one.
Oh yeah, good luck with that.
$399. The last time I saw it on PlayAsia was around that. Bro, like, I mean, I like my handhelds, right? Like, I still play the shit out of my 2DS, if that says anything. Like, I love that thing.
The Switch Lite is a tempting offer, though.
The Switch Lite is a tempting offer, yeah. I mean, it just, If Switch Lite would just be like, hey, we are now gonna add cartridges space, that would have sold me right there. Because if anybody knows anything about Nintendo, they do proper upscaling naturally. Like, it looks good. It looks damn good. So,
Well,
there's that.
in the Switch Lite, everything is there where the jack is for the docking it. It's all there. It's virtually just a regular Switch without the with the smaller battery. It's all there. People did teardowns on it. It's there. They have a way to dock it.
Jack Williams says, speaking of Android phones, you heard what the hell went wrong with Android phones? What is he talking
No,
about?
what happened with Android phones?
60 plus pre-installed apps being ran by malware and shit like that.
Oh shit.
I didn't hear about that at all.
I gotta have an iPhone, so I'm good. I'm good.
That's exactly how I'm looking at it. Like, hey, I got an iPhone. Fuck Android. I was an Android. I was a stern Android user for years, like years. Had every flagship you could imagine, just like this guy Rev had. And I'm gonna tell you right now, like my iPhone is the longest lasting out of all those phones combined.
I'm
The
still
batteries
rocking.
shit the bed, dude. Their batteries were just terrible.
I'm still rocking my iPhone X, and it's lasted me 3 years almost. And the
Yeah.
up and
See,
the
I've never had problems with Android, so
every Android phone I've ever come across, like either something goes wrong within the first year, like something with the camera. Like I had like what is it, 4 S6s go bad on me.
Jesus, man, I don't know how you people have these problems with them, man. I've
Well,
had the
the
same.
S-
My Android phones last. Fucking, I had one that lasted like 6 years, no problem.
what was it? My S6, first S6 I got in the store, like right off the rip, like my charging port died. Then got a exchange for it.
Come on.
Dude,
Yeah.
Valerie blew out 3 HTC phones.
Oh Jesus!
She blew out 2 Samsungs.
Oh my god!
And we're not talking about cheap phones either. These were expensive at the time. And she got so bad with one phone that the fucking charging port, just like yours, went out. Like, it was bad.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
and then then AT&T, because I had to go through a Shurion because you know Android phones you have to go through that shit.
Shurion's fucking garbage.
Or what is it, replacement center. And then when I got my replacement phone, the camera started crunching, and I was like, oh god, even
All right.
worse
All right, Jack, I'll check it out.
when you stream it or when you zoom in.
Thank you
it'll
very much
crunch.
for that.
Okay, so this is the article that Jack was talking about. I'm gonna link it down below. And our little chat here.
But are you surprised all the malware on Android?
Over 140 apps pre-installed on Android contains malware. Whatever. I mean, that would explain. I mean, if they've been doing this since the beginning, that would explain why my phone's died so much.
Well, that can explain why. Like that can explain why they got sued. The Google Play Store got sued out the butt for doing that.
Because my shit, dude, like I would rock Android again, dude. If anything, I think I've told Rev about this. The longest lasting phone that Valve's had so is that Xiaomi.
I would
That
literally
Xiaomi
buy,
phone, dude, is sick. Like they're doing something right with that line.
I would literally own a 7 Plus T.
I'd do a 7. I'd rock a
Oh,
plus.
shit.
Hell yeah.
90 hertz display, 3 cameras, and then for the budget, they said it's as close as you're gonna get to an iPhone camera with the price. And literally, they dropped the 7 Plus T down to like $100 for the holidays, so it's like $600. It's a steal.
Yeah, I just couldn't spend that kind of money.
That's true.
Because Val,
but-
like
but-
she,
iPhones are over $1,000.
I would not purchase the phone. all at
Well-
once like that though is what I'm saying.
Well, nowadays, Apple, like, if you have an older iPhone, you could trade it in and get it for $400. Usually, I think that's a great deal. And you get Apple TV Plus for 3 months for free on the house.
Rock and roll.
And Microsoft's getting into the game of Android phones. I kind of like what their concept ideas are for what they're doing for their Android. But it's not enough for me to go, oh man, I'm gonna go over to Android tomorrow.
Bro, like I'm saying, like I'm actually looking into her next upgrade whenever she's ready for it.
iPhone?
No. She loves the Xiaomi phones, dude. Like her Mi Mix 5 is like amazing. She's had it for 2 years now, and it's
Has she
been
tried?
rock
Has she
solid.
tried? She tried the software on Apple?
Wait, what's going on?
Yeah, she's played with my phone. Like I've given it to her to like try out. She hates it.
Wait, what phone? Sorry, I'm out of context here.
iPhone.
Oh shit.
Yeah, my other half doesn't like it very much.
Where's Gangster at? He hasn't
I'm here.
talked. Oh, by the way, you was I
Talking about?
disappeared. My brother called me, and since my parents are not here, we basically just my brother turned the entire upstairs into a hot box. And
Yes,
I
that's
just
gonna
can't.
be great until your parents come home and they smell that shit.
Don't worry, we'll clean it up. And also, it's in my brother's. It's in my brother's room, so it's quarantined right now.
That doesn't sound like it's quarantine when you said the whole upstairs.
I'm not gonna. I was being a little tongue in cheek. I should have meant his room.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, let you admit it. That's good.
No, but I didn't really do that much. I went there to get a little buzz because we're doing the game talk, so I thought I'd get a little buzz for the talk of the game.
That's.
Whatever works, buddy.
Honestly, I
So-
might be hungry later. But anything else on the docket, or did we talk about everything while I was gone?
No, we were just talking about how iPhones are the greatness.
Yeah,
There's
iPhones
plenty-
are great. What do you mean?
Plenty more on the docket.
Come
What
on,
do
come
you
mean?
on.
What do you mean iPhone? Oh, listen, I'll defend iPhones here. iPhones are actually really phones.
Hey man. We did this earlier for you, buddy. We got plenty on the docket. Let's talk about your wet dream of Destiny. Let's talk about this. How many hours a day do you put into this game?
Oh
I gotta know.
Jesus! We calculated
10
it,
hours.
dude. It's 10 a day.
10 a day. But here's the thing. Right
I
now,
think you need to go to AA Anonymous, man, for Destiny.
Right?
Seriously.
no. The problem is right now it's like the perfect time for Destiny to be my life because right now I'm single. My job, I go to work and to come back and gym. So in terms of time dockets, I have tons of free time right now. If I had a whammon, oh jeez,
we
my
need
Destiny
to
time,
get
I wouldn't
him,
even
we
be
need to get
here.
him some more games in his life. That's not Destiny.
We do. He got
The
Call of
problem
Duty,
is-
but
And then we got to get him to see some movies on top of it.
No, but I don't know. I just don't like. I mean, here's the thing. Other games are great. I will admit that, but there's nothing better than Destiny for me.
He needs to see Cade 6 ass in the game.
Yeah, sure, Rev.
loves
Also,
that
I
Cade
get-
six
Hi,
ass.
Cora. I got to see her bend over.
No, please. Oh, he's bald.
I got to see some Bob.
Yeah, that's the ultimate no for Blue. He doesn't like short hair, let alone bald.
He's
I'm
like,
right.
oh, God,
I'm right
no,
with him though.
Hawthorne. Yeah, bend over, Hawthorne.
Hawthorne's bald too, so no. That's like the ultimate avoid.
Blue, you crack me up, bro.
Right.
No, like just like he's trying to like not be like.
I like
Rev's trying
Destiny.
Rev's trying to pin on me. Oh, you like Destiny, dude? What's wrong with you? You should be playing every
Just
game
joking
and seeing
with
every
you.
game
You're
is
taking it
great.
serious, this man.
Listen,
No, it's
not
just
many
not
other games
good.
are great. That's why Anthem sucks, and I'll
Did you
never
just
play
say
Anthem
how
again.
many dreams are?
No, I said that's why there's not many other games that are great.
Oh, okay.
Like that's the thing here. Like, like that's the reason why like, Warframe. I'd probably be playing Warframe round 2, but the problem is Warframe has no content. Like ignoring that, Anthem was not good. Like Anthem
All
was
right,
like the
Jack.
for me. And like, what was the other big looter shooter game that's supposed to be Destiny? Borderlands 3.
Well, it wasn't supposed to be Destiny, but
It was supposed to be a
I
looter.
like Borderlands 3 though.
It's all right. I'm not gonna say it's a bad game, but I'll be honest. 2 was so much better. 2 is better than Borderlands 3, in my opinion. Actually, it's a fact. But Amos.
I guarantee you, if this shit wasn't on the Epic Store, you would have.
No,
been,
I
like,
played it on
praising that game.
PlayStation. I played it on
Oh.
PlayStation.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
like I
fair
usually-
enough. Fair enough.
I actually played.
Well, I
full,
got Borderlands 3 on the Epic Game Store.
well, you're bad and wrong, but ignoring that,
That's your opinion, but that's okay.
it's fact. It was a.
It's
the
fact.
Epic, it's fact. The Epic Game Store is bad. There you go. That's a fact.
Well, if that's the case, you need to go look at everything else. That's a fact.
Yes. Anyways,
No, it's
That's-
a fact, bro. If you want to have that go, you can have that seat, and we can talk about other platforms that are 10 times worse.
I mean,
You can-
sure.
then you
If
can
you're
have
like,
a full perspective.
I don't
Listen,
think there are
listen.
platforms that are worse.
no, but if you want to be, all right, dude, why don't you go back to Steam in 1995 or something like that? I'm like, what? What kind of argument is that? Go back back in time.
Well, any of these platforms, they do the same thing. They're data mining your data anyway.
Oh, not
I
like
don't
Epic
care.
though.
No, I'm not talking about the data mine. I don't even give a shit about that so much because I use a
And
VPN.
all of them are careless with our shit anyway. So
That
if you
is
really want
true.
to go there, if you really want
I
to go
mean,
there, they're all careless
No,
to
it's
begin with.
not data mine. It's everything else in that store. It's like there's no features there.
Like everybody
that
puts
store
Steam,
is an empty husk.
Everybody puts Steam on this pedestal, but they have some shitty shit.
Listen, I'm not saying Steam's perfect, but Steam has basic features that were around since 2007, and we're in 2019. Epic does have nothing.
Well, they're the new kids on the block. What do you expect?
Yeah, that's not an excuse though. Like I was explaining this to Junie the other day. Like, if some other company started coming out with phones, and their phones were just like flip phones from the '90s, like nobody would be buying that shit. They'd be like, no, stop. You know,
It depends on the person's needs, though.
No,
fair enough. But anybody who's been buying, smartphones for the last 10 years, they'd be like, no, sorry. There's features that have been around for a decade that we need, and you guys don't have them. I don't care if you guys are the new kids on the block. Like, that doesn't exceed, or cars, right? If a car manufacturer just started coming out and they didn't have simple shit like AC or automatic transmissions or something like that, nobody would be like, oh, well, it's okay. They just started making cars. It's like, no, I'm sorry. I don't care if you guys just started making cars.
I'm pretty sure AC's been around in cars since the 90s, right?
Well, that's the thing. It's like these features have been out for a long time. They're not difficult to make. You guys,
it's not like it's like years, like 4 through 5 years. This is like a decade now at this point.
And that's the thing with Epic. One of the biggest things for me is, it's like, if you want to be the new kids on the block, that's fine, but you at least got to make an effort, and they didn't make an effort at all, man. They didn't have
Well, I'm not
anything.
I'm not denying you that, and I could say the same thing about Steam. They're finally getting around to updating their UI, and it took them I don't know how long to make that happen.
Yeah, but
that's minor shit though. They've had the basics covered for forever now. They've had reviews, they've had forums, they've had
people who play Borderlands 3 on PC had to use the Steam forums.
Yeah.
To find out stuff wrong with their game,
or Reddit,
laughable.
Which was hilarious because I'm pretty sure, they were banning people off the subreddit because that stupid robot. Yeah.
That's not talking about Borderlands, but Epic, like maybe they'll improve, but I doubt. Like that's why
I can talk about Borderlands all day. I actually like Borderlands. It's not a
no, like I'm not saying it's a bad game. I think Borderlands 2 was so much better. Like the story and loot. Actually, loot.
Well, that's an opinion.
Better.
That's it's your opinion. The other people.
Well, it's an opinion shared by a lot of people, though.
No, but the loot, the story in Borderlands 2 was better, but in Borderlands 3, I will say like loot and farming is objectively better. In Borderlands 3.
I'm just happy they came out with a new Borderlands game.
I'm just waiting for it to come out on Steam. Oh, thank you. Give me the deagle.
It's when it comes out on Steam though, that's when Cyberpunk's happening, which I already have that pre-order, so I'm already stuck in that boat.
Yeah, but Cyberpunk is that I can get to it whenever I want game.
Right.
I don't need to play.
Borderlands is the same thing.
No.
Borderlands is the same thing.
Well, I mean, if I wanna play the co-op, I will want to get it relatively soon after it releases on Steam.
Well, Cyberpunk is not something that I'm like, oh my god, I have to go out and buy tomorrow.
No, the problem is I already have a pre-order, so I'm already in that boat.
Well, that's why you don't pre-order.
That's why you don't get. That's why I've stopped getting hyped up for certain things anymore. Because that whole notion, you get psyched up for it, and then what happens when it doesn't work properly? And then you set yourself up to fail.
Like the prophecy that that it could not, like Cyberpunk could be a bad game, like I'm already thinking of that. Like I'm not like in blind obedience about Cyberpunk possibly being bad. I think CD Projekt Red has a good track record.
That they do. At least CD Projekt Red has a good track record, and I will give them that.
And if let's say CD Projekt Red fucks up, I'll be way more forgiving, or not like way more, but I'll be a bit more forgiving because this is like maybe their first big major fuck up versus like name any other game company that's had like a roller coaster of
Blizzard?
Black Ops. Yeah. By the way, I'll even Destiny and Bungie had some fuck ups, and I've been critical of that as well. So
what you're saying is you'd be willing to forgive Epic.
You remember the days of just playing games and not forming an opinion and just playing it for playing it, passing the controller and having a good time?
Yeah, I would.
Controller. No one does that.
I would say yes, except, man, I'll tell you what, man. There was a certain standard back in the day
that was upheld and not Not
Pretty much. I
broken or
mean, yeah,
too
that's
many
the thing.
excuses for it.
The deviations from that standard were a lot fewer and far between, I must say, among the major players.
Yeah, I'm doing that next weekend. It's gonna be great. Can't wait.
All
Next
right, y'all
weekend,
wankers later,
got
Jack.
a buddy coming over. We're gonna be doing passing the controller. It's gonna be great.
I mean, the problem is gaming. Like when people play video games anymore, people don't really think of that, and people don't even do that anymore as well. Like
It's
how
a
many people are
shame.
really doing that pass the controller stuff? Because now everyone's all playing multiplayer games. It's all like I hate to say it,
It
and make
depends.
people like it's all Fortnite. Like that's what mostly gaming is now. Like
See,
in the public eye.
in the public
That's
eye.
not
but-
that's not opinion or perspective. Objectively, like more people playing online games than single player games right now.
Well, it
Like
depends.
by
Not,
sheer
not,
numbers.
for
No,
instance,
sheer
depends.
numbers.
Well,
fuck?
yes and no,
God
but
damn
I
it.
don't go by
Numbers
the numbers. I go about
numbers
my
are-
experience.
Obviously, your experience is different. I'm not denying your experience, but
Well,
numbers tell a different story.
My experience, well, numbers and stuff are not like I don't go by the numbers. I go by more about my experiences and what
Oh,
what
shit.
I do with friends. For instance, when internet gaming was a thing and Fortnite was a thing, we were still doing the whole come together and LAN party together and literally.
I mean, I do miss LAN parties. I will say, I'm not happy about those.
and
but-
homebrew and playing fighters. I mean, passing the controller and having a good time.
I'm not saying there
that's
wasn't good
still-
elements
that-
to it, but it's the gaming landscape is different from that though. Even though I do miss that mainly fighting games.
It really hasn't changed. You can still do that. That's what I'm doing next weekend.
You
We're
can-
gonna be playing Star Wars Fallen Order and passing the controller.
You can still do that, but but that's not really the majority of gaming nowadays. Now, majority of gaming is online games, like I can't say on-game. Online's killing it right now in terms of sheer numbers and player bases and pools. Like player pools, I should have said there.
Well,
Like, obviously, your
they've
perception
made
is your perception,
They
but-
made it that way. You see, because a lot of games, a lot of people nowadays want to, they can't get to their friend's house to play games. That's just the thing. And so it's
Yeah.
better to be online than it is. But if you're playing
easier.
story games all the time, like I'm gonna try to, it's and if I have a friend come over, yeah, we'll play past the controller. I
Yeah.
used to like doing that.
I just miss split screen.
Split screen was great. Loved it.
Like
GoldenEye,
I'm not denying that like split screen any of that were I'm not saying those are bad things. I'm just saying the landscape of gaming has changed and just play the game lol or something like that.
Grimson looks very entertained.
Yeah, I'm playing Diablo 3.
Gotcha.
I don't know. If you can think I'm wrong, it's fine. I'm not bothered by it.
I'm not. No. I don't think you're wrong. I just don't go by numbers. If I went through the numbers and the reviews and whatnot, I just wouldn't be a gamer. I would be contemplating everything, and then I would not play games because I'm contemplating so many different things.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because if you go look at the numbers and the stats and whatnot, it's like it makes you claustrophobic. Because of the numbers and shit that goes on.
I don't know.
mean,
It depends. Like, nothing wrong with checking out what the play numbers are for a game before you buy it. Because no sense buying a game that you want to play multiplayer if it's only got 800 people playing it a day, and that's number's just gonna go down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean with that.
So I don't know. Like everything else in life, it's a balance that must be perfectly maintained.
Yeah, but also there's like when I play single player games, like I prefer being alone when I play single player games.
I could get that.
Like
get
I don't
that.
like I don't like I'm not saying I hate humans.
You gotta
hate
get your
people, but-
candles in the background. You gotta get the lighting
Oh
just
fuck,
right.
dude! No,
Yeah,
you missed
obviously
it.
I gotta like get the
You
lotion
gotta,
ready.
you gotta play your Barry White on the side.
I don't even know who Barry White is.
Let's
Anyways,
get it on. Except that's not Barry White, but
That's Marvin Gaye.
yeah.
I don't even know who both those
Let's
guys
get it
are.
on.
Anyways,
Oh my God,
That's
that
love,
was the Marv-
baby.
Yeah, look, baby, you done
all right.
it.
I just offended every old person in every old age home now.
Okay, Zoomer.
Whatever.
No, you're just showing your age.
Okay, boomer. Actually, his name boomers. I can't even say that.
I'm not even a boomer, bro. But you are a Zoomer.
And you are a millennial, so spike that.
Yeah, allegedly, man. I still say there should be an in-betweener generation in between
No, there
Gen
isn't.
X and Millennial, because, dude, like, The people my age were nothing like millennials, bro.
Well, I got in a nice little mini argument with somebody when we were talking about Metroid Prime and mouse and how it's being emulated on PC, and I turned around. What happened to the days of you just getting the console and putting it on a boob tube TV and going, and having the real experience?
That shit ended with PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360.
All right, what do you mean by the real experience? Like 30 FPS, 720p old.
Actually,
GameCube
no.
games?
You want to talk interesting? Like more games in the PS2 and PS1 era were 60 frames a second than they are now.
Yeah, but whenever I can, let's just use the GameCube for example, because that's what I use for emulation. When I play emulated GameCube games, they look better on my emulation with
I'm
better
sorry,
everything.
there is no good feel than plugging it into a CRT
I'm sure there
and
isn't,
playing.
but
Red, white, yellow.
Yeah.
I'm sure like piercing that is great, but the problem is, like, I want to play those games now, and I can't just go, oh, I'm gonna spend like $50 on a GameCube or something like that, and
Oh,
spend
it'd be more than
way
that.
expensive. Yeah,
Yeah,
way more money.
that's the problem. Maybe a PS2 you could get for like $40 or $50 because there were so fucking many of them.
Yeah, but a lot
But
of
I
my
don't think you
PS2s
could
I've
get a
had
GameCube for
broke.
that.
A lot of the PS2s and GameCubes I've had, they've all, like, except the GameCube. No, I mean, I'm talking about PlayStation. A lot of my PS2s I've had broke and glitched out a lot versus my GameCube, which was perfect. Basically, Nintendo's better, but
Yo, fellas, I hate to do this to you, but I am fucking exhausted, dude. I'm gonna go take a nap.
It's all good, bro.
I've been up all morning fighting the internet battle, so it is time for me to take my leave. Next week, my sleep schedule should be reworked to where I could do this more often. So,
All right, man.
but I'll be back on later tonight, guys.
All right, man.
All right,
just get better sleep, all.
Later, fellas.
of course
Do we
this
wanna
is
wrap-
gonna
do-
fuck.
Do we want to wrap up the show?
Yeah, we can probably wrap it up.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Yeah. That's fine with me.
Could have played a
Nope.
better game in the background than Left 4 Dead, by the way.
Hey, fuck off. Left 4 Dead 2 is an amazing game.
Not saying it's not a bad game. I'm
And
just
it's
saying you
the
could play a
10th
better one.
anniversary, son. I have to.
Yeah,
outta here.
actually, like the graphics are still good.
They
to
still look
tell
great,
time.
man.
Yeah.
They still look great.
I
and it
remember when this
plays
game-
amazing.
I remember when this game came out on 360.
Reloading. Weapons.
It probably was it better on 360? It probably never was. But
Well, I didn't have like the top of the line PC back then, so it was more of I had a VIA chip, and VIA chips were like they were like the unknown company, but they were a Crytek thing, not the gaming developed. Crytek was actually a CPU company, and they got bought out by AMD eventually, and assets got sold between them and VIA. And I was one of those people that had a VIA chip. I wasn't in the luxury of having an Intel chip or an AMD.
Yeah, I had an AMD.
Athlon.
Lucky me.
Athlon. And I'll tell you, VIA chips on XP days were garbage. Blue screens of death all the time.
Well, yeah, because you didn't have proper support, right?
No.
Yeah. But one last thing, I just want to get the last. We just haven't talked about the last thing on the title. I did want to get into this. Rich Lewis, a esports commentator, and you can look up people have gotten this the clip off of Twitch. They've put it everywhere. He just blasted Polygon, Kotaku,
I've seen it. Yeah.
and a
That's
couple.
hilarious.
how like murderous was it?
It was pretty fucking murderous, dude.
It was pretty good. It
Yeah,
was pretty good.
he
I've
got
never
him
seen somebody-
good.
What do
Yeah,
you say? Like a video clip of this?
basically just telling him the clips in this group chat if you want to actually look at
He
it
went
up.
full ham. He went full gangster on.
But yeah, he was just telling them, you guys are fucking up and you're putting all this shit into here, politics and nonsense that nobody cares about and this, that, and the other. And he specifically named, there was 3 of them, Polygon, Kotaku, and shit, who the fuck was the last one? Rock, Paper, Shotgun, I think. It's either that or
I thought
one
that
of
was
the other
always a
ones.
political site, though. I thought Rock Paper Shotgun was always a political site, though.
Not in the very beginning, man. Like a lot of these. Like, remember when IGN was edgy? Pepperidge
That was
Farm,
way- that was-
Pepperidge
that
Farm
was-
remembers,
Edgy?
dude.
Sorry, what?
Oh, dude, no, you have no idea. I pulled, because I loved PC Accelerator back in the day. It was way better than PC Gamer. So I found a PDF compilation of all of for the 2.5 years or whatever they were running, and they had an old ad for IGN, and it was a picture of the White House, and I can't remember exactly what it said, but something to the effect of, "At least you guys know we don't suck," or something like that.
I'll put it this way. Rich Lewis went CM Punk all over. He dropped the pipe bomb, and also literally, like he went like Colt Cabana status, and literally was like this website and that website. Like,
Yep.
get your acts together. And he went on full rant mode. It
I
was
mean,
like a
that's-
sportscaster going on full rant mode, like Stephen A. Smith level.
It's
And I
like
was
it's like
Jesus.
fine. It's like talking to someone on a sports radio call.
No, it was more like he's mad at the direction on how game journalism is going.
Yeah. He called him out
Couldn't
hard,
blame him.
and like I said,
Couldn't
they
blame
got
the guy.
clips of it all over the place.
Hopefully,
So
hopefully he doesn't get fired or anything.
Oh,
Or doesn't
that's-
leak
Did they-
anything.
I'll
Did they
bet you they
respond
will.
to him, or did they
I don't
respond
think
to
so. I
him, or
haven't.
no?
Well, it just happened like yesterday or something.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's
So here,
hilarious.
let me find the.
I just want to see Kotaku. Racist gamecaster says me.
Oh, Waypoint. That was the third one. Polygon, Kotaku, and Waypoint were the three he named.
Wait, what's Waypoint?
It's
Like,
another.
it's
It's just
one of these
another.
ones?
Yeah, it's another one of those ones. Yeah, at the esports awards, he was getting an award, I believe, for being a commentator. And he used that opportunity to fucking blast Polygon,
Oh, dude,
Waypoint, and
that's a
Kotaku.
perfect stage. Was he like on some random website like Twitch?
Oh, it was on
stage.
Yeah, on stage during the Twitch live stream of the event. Yeah, dude, no, he picked the perfect fucking moment to lay into this
That's a
shit.
situation. Not all heroes wear capes.
Yeah,
Like,
not all heroes wear capes, sir.
So, guys in the chat, if you like the show, it is gonna be put on Spotify after the fact.
Yeah,
So,
and
like if you like the show,
so this is gonna be the new
Pornhub.
schedule. Sunday afternoon, right about noonish, Cali time.
Gangster made it a thing that he we're still doing the multi-stream thing, but he wants to get it in more places and more faces and have more viewers and
yeah, we'll get it all sorted out eventually, but this is just the start. Hopefully this helps us, because now it's not fucking 4 a.m. Or 9 a.m. for Blue. So this works better with our schedules, and it still allows Brem to be there with us.
and it
Hopefully
gives
next
more
time.
people to come around and look at the show.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not 2 a.m. or whatever. So we should be able to get a little bit more people watching live and commenting. Thanks, by the way, JC and Jack. You guys are holding it down.
Levon, I appreciate you, dude, for
Yep.
being here too.
And Glowstick. So
I'm gonna go order food back in a sec.
But yeah, and hopefully soon we'll get the restream going, so we'll be on D Live and all the rest of them.
And if you're on Spotify, check out It's All in Spaces, the Game Talk, all in space. If you're on Spotify, you can find it. If you're not part of
we'll be getting links to that shit up for the Game Talk YouTube channel and shit on the description. So if you yeah.
Here, I'll do this real quick for you. Here, here you guys go. I'll put it here so you guys can open it. Copy link. Put it here for you guys. Here you go. Here you guys go. There's the link. I don't know if links or hyperlinks are showed, but you can copy paste that, put that in your browser, and you can get where you need to be. We're on everything else. I'm still learning Anchor. Supposedly it gets put up on Google Podcast, iTunes, so forth and so on. So I'm learning how it works. I've been forwarding over to Gangster and Brimstone over here how it works. I gave them, they have access to it, so they can add episodes however they feel for you guys and stuff like that. So it's really cool. I'm glad we've been talking about audio versions for a while with you guys, so I'm glad I could.
Yeah, a bunch of people wanted it, so
a lot of you guys like to drive and listen to the show as you're driving, or if you're like some people are truck drivers and they just want to put it on and listen to it, but they could download it and listen to it. So
JC, I think I did see it. I don't think I checked it out. But I'll do that later today or something.
And if you want the latest game talk stuff, we have another server. You guys are welcome to join it. We do have another server where we all converge together. Where we there's the game talks, there's the stream and chill, and then there's my Discord. So guys are all welcome to
No
join
one
all
needs to
three.
stream it, Jill.
Yeah, it kind of
Well-
died, but you know, whatever. It happens.
Well, everybody's welcome to join all 3 Discords. We're always playing games. We're always converging together.
Well, all right then. Thanks everybody for watching. It's
I
been
got
a
an
blast.
important PSA for everyone who's watching. Epstein didn't kill himself. All right, let's
How
end
the
it there,
fuck
boys.
did I know you were gonna say some
Oh
stupid shit
my
like
God,
that?
this
You
guy.
had to put it in, bro. You just fucking had to.
Go give him some Cade 6 so he can get moist.
Right?
No, here's the
You
thing.
boomer.
That wasn't even a good one. If I got to say that in front of Congress, dude, I would have
Okay,
5 7
boomer.
rated that.
Okay,
I'm the boomer. Excuse me.
Okay, boomer.
Thanks everybody
Alright,
for
yeah.
watching. We'll see you next fucking week.
Oh yeah, old fart. Please tell me how like the dinosaurs were after.
And
Oh, I
Epstein,
will
and yes,
definitely-
JC, and Epstein didn't kill himself. See y'all later.
Yeah.